Have you ever stood before the mirror after a fresh haircut, feeling that quiet pang of disappointment? Not because it's ugly or unflattering, but because it somehow adds a veil of tiredness to your reflection? Your eyes still sparkle with the wisdom of decades. Your smile carries stories of joy and resilience. Yet the hairstyle pulls everything downward, making you look more weary than vibrant. It's especially confusing when the cut feels trendy, perhaps inspired by a younger face in a magazine or on social media, but on your mature features after 60, it creates heaviness instead of lift. Today on Timeless Wisdom Path, we're uncovering the hidden hairstyles that silently add years, those heavy, dragging styles many women over 60 unknowingly choose, and revealing the empowering alternatives that restore freshness, brightness, and that well-rested glow you deserve. This isn't about rigid rules or judgment. It's about empowering you with clear, visual comparisons that click instantly, so you understand the subtle shifts in volume placement, and shaping, and framing that transform your look. We'll explore where weight accumulates to elongate the face, how straight lines create shadows around the eyes, and why lifeless lengths sap energy. Then pivot to soft layers, strategic lift, and movement that mimic natural vitality. By the end, you'll spot these traps in your own hair, and know exactly what to request at the salon for a lifted, modern silhouette that honors your beauty. Imagine walking out feeling lighter, more awake, with compliments flowing naturally. Pause here. Think of the last time someone said, "You look refreshed." Was it the hair subtly opening your cheekbones or adding air around the jaw? That's the magic we'll unpack. For women over 60, hair isn't just style. It's a frame that either reveals your inner light or dims it. Heavy one-length cuts gather bulk at the chin, pulling focus downward and emphasizing jaw softness common with age. In contrast, gentle layering distributes weight upward, creating an illusion of height at the crown that shortens the face visually. Long, unstructured hair without shape thins at the ends, reading as limp and dated, while a textured lob with face-framing pieces sweeps light toward your eyes. Bangs and parts play a starring role too. Heavy fringes shorten the forehead harshly, but wispy curtains blend softly, drawing eyes to your strongest features. Color traps await. Stark dark tones clash with softer skin, but dimensional highlights catch light like natural youth. Volume in the wrong spot, like side-heavy helmets, widens the cheeks, yet crown lift sculpts elegantly. These insights come from stylists' favorites for mature women, proven to subtract years without effort. Which of these resonates first? Drop it in the comments. Your story might inspire another viewer facing the same mirror moment. Stick with us through every section. Each builds on the last for your total transformation. You've earned this glow. Let's claim it together. Heavy lines trap. The first stealthy egger hides in plain sight. Heavy, straight lines that create a downward pull, making your face appear longer and more fatigued than it feels inside. Many women over 60 opt for the one-length cut, a sleek curtain ending bluntly at the jaw, thinking it looks polished and healthy, much like it does on thicker, younger hair. Yet as hair thins and skin softens with time, that solid bottom edge pulls weight right where gravity already works. The lower face, visually elongating features and casting subtle shadows that tire the eyes. It's not the length alone, it's the lack of breakup, turning your silhouette into a heavy block instead of a lively frame. Now picture the vibrant do instead. Soft, graduated layers starting shorter at the crown and easing longer around the face. This isn't choppy chaos but intentional movement that lifts volume upward, mimicking the bounce of youthful hair while reducing bulk at the jaw. Stylists rave about layered bobs or lobs for women over 60 because they add dimension without daily fuss. Request invisible layers for seamless flow. Feel the difference. Heavy bluntness drags, layers float, drawing eyes higher to cheekbones and brows for instant refreshment. Another trap in this category? Excessively long, shapeless hair clinging without structure, often kept for familiarity after a shortcut scare. Thin ends flatten against the neck, emphasizing droop, but the fix elevates. Add crown lift with subtle teasing or volumizing spray, paired with face-framing tendrils that sweep outward. Volume at the top counters bottom heaviness, creating an upward arrow effect that shortens the neckline visually. Forward heavy fronts shadow eyes further. Opt for swept-back pieces instead, opening your gaze like morning light. These swaps work across textures. Fine hair thrives in pixie bobs with texture. Thick locks love long layers to tame bulk. The principle? Direct light to your face, banish shadows. Women who've switched report mirrors lying less. Strangers comment on their energy, not weariness. Test it. Next, wash fingerstyle with lift at roots. Notice the shift? That's your power. Which heavy style have you outgrown? The blunt bob or endless length? Share below. Let's swap stories for collective glow-ups. If this clicked, like for lift and keep watching. Next, bangs and parts that rewrite your age story. Your best frame awaits. Bangs and parts fix. Bangs spark endless debate because they can enchant or ensnare, turning a fresh face stern or crowded in seconds. Heavy, straight across fringes build a thick wall over the forehead, unnaturally shortening it while crowding brows and eyes. Common after 60 when skin texture shifts, making lines pop under the block. A severe center part compounds it, splitting fine or thinning hair harshly, exposing scalp and amplifying asymmetry for an exposed, aging vibe. These choices concentrate focus, hiding your warmest assets instead of highlighting them. Enter the game changers. Wispy, curtain, or side-swept bangs blending into layers, feathering softly to frame without dominating. They elongate the forehead gently, spotlight eyes and cheekbones, and forgive texture changes beautifully. Stylists favor these for over 60 clients as they camouflage temples while adding air. Ask for feathered fringe with asymmetry, to nod to modern edge. Off-center parts weave magic too. They build root lift, soften splits, and create diagonal flow that reads dynamic and lifted, countering flat crowns. Helmet shapes sneak in here. Side volume puffing cheeks without top height, widening the mid-face like outdated sets. Flip to tapered crowns with sleek sides. Instant jawline definition, higher cheeks. Straight, pin sleek texture? Add subtle waves mid-length for dimension. Lifeless screams dated. Bend screams alive. Together, softness frames, lift elevates, movement energizes, like perfect lighting revealing your true radiance. Real women transform. One swapped blunt bangs for curtains, heard, you look 10 years younger. Weekly. It's subtle science, hair guiding perception upward. Experiment. Part off-center tomorrow. Feel freer. Heavy bangs or center parts trapping you? Confess in comments. What fringe tempts you now? Hit like if parts unlocked insights. Stay tuned for color secrets that brighten skin instantly. Your face deserves the spotlight. Color contrast glow. Color wields quiet power. Done wrong, it frames mature skin harshly. Right, it awakens it. Jet black or solid deep browns create stark outlines against softer, less oily complexions post-60, amplifying shadows, lines, and uneven tone like a severe portrait. Brassy warmth yellows over time, dulling cheeks. Overprocessed flats matte out, signaling damage over vitality. The myth? Dark hides age truth. High contrast drains glow. Dimensional magic fixes it. Balayage highlights, lowlights, or gloss blending shades for light play, mimicking sunlit youth. Silver fox embraces grays with soft tones. Platinum flows seamlessly. Balance warmth to clear eye whites. Honey around face lifts instantly. Money pieces? Subtle front brightness like ring light, not stripes, sun-kissed dimension over chunks. Gloss restores shine, reflecting upward for health halo. Gray blending skips grow out stress, reading sophisticated. Lighter perimeters brighten without full commitment. Test. What shade evens your skin? Shine trumps dark every time. Alive hair moves youthfully. Transformed viewers glow from balanced tones that harmonize, not clash. Brassy roots aging you? Share your color journey below. Which dimension calls? Like for shine hacks next, styling lifts it all home. Glow on. Styling lift tricks. Even perfect cuts flop without styling savvy. Volume, ends, texture dictate final youth verdict. Flat crowns elongate faces, side tease widens. Do. Root lift atop, controlled cheeks for sculpture. Root boost with mousse creates subtle height, balancing proportions instantly. Ends flipping inward. Jaw heaviness. Stiff straights. Severity. Soften with waves, outward sweeps revealing features. Slick ponytails pull harshly. Relax with hairline softness. Texture. Touchable bends over crunch. Hydrate curls for spring. Fresh finish. Clean face, shine reflected light. Daily tweaks like round brush blowouts add effortless bounce. Women over 60 love for low maintenance. Frame freeze, compliments follow. Blame hair, not face. Which tweak first? Comment, like, subscribe. Timeless wisdom path. Anti-aging hair lifts, features, brightens, animates. Your crown of wisdom. Spot weight, heaviness, shadows. Choose lift, softness, movement. Salon ready. Request these precisely. You've got the map. Step radiant, timeless. Share your trap to triumph below. Which style shifts you? Like, if empowered. Subscribe. Timeless wisdom path for endless wisdom. Shine timelessly. You're flourishing.